and I think they're just going to be super consistent. They're really hard to get the ball through. And on the other side, you have Edda super lengthy. She's able to kind of use her length and speed up, and she's also a really good dinker as well. And then you have Pinsnick. She's very creative, got really good hands from her tennis days. So it's a great matchup we're about to see.
Of Catherine Parento cross court. Edda Wright is one of the best backhands in the game. This is the last event for the Texas Rangers in the regular season as they look ahead to the playoffs. They should be a lock there. Good ball from Jade Kawamoto, and Major League Pickleball champion with the DC Pickleball team last season. She and her twin Jackie, stout competitors, developed their offense as well as such tremendous defense. Play. Jade Kawamoto holds her own on the right.
I think that's just a little flash of what we're going to be seeing this whole match.
Yeah.
I mean, every player is super consistent.
It's going to be one of the best women's doubles matchups. Players are going to have to earn their opportunities in this one, to your point about the defense and offense on both sides. Great strikes out of the air, just wide.
Yeah, I mean, I think overall this is just going to be just a brutal, gutsy match because you have Jade and Tina on each side kind of just making balls super good at defense. And then on the other hand, you have Edda Wright, who kind of brings the power and kind of is really good at speeding up. And same with Catherine. Catherine moves the ball around very well, and she's able to use kind of her backhand flick that most women may not have. But I think we're going to see a lot of really good points and a lot of long points at that.
In the middle goes Catherine Parento in LA, currently 9th in the standings going into the event, but they do have the least amount of matches played, tied with Orlando. So they only have played 12 matches on the year. They could make a late push. Not sure they're mathematically eliminated yet.
And I think that's where you're definitely going to have to try to win in regulation. You've got to try to close these teams out and not let them kind of squeeze it to a dream breaker. A little bit too big there for Edda Wright. Good eye by Catherine.
commanding the kitchen, as she does so well. This Texas Rangers team is dangerous.
Sometimes the best overhead is going to that right side because it's not usually expected.
This will be the 19th match played for the Ranchers. Still have a full slate for the tournament. 5 total this weekend. Bisnick had it, just gets robbed at the top of the tape.
Great speed up there by Etta Wright. Jade was on it, but just not quite over the net.
So the Texas Rangers, as I mentioned in the Open, they will play every team at the top, including New Jersey tonight. They'll have St. Louis tomorrow, the top-ranked team. They'll play Dallas.
Tina has a really good defense. She's really calm at the net and just kind of good at just kind of holding her paddle there, making the ball. But Jade did a good job of kind of hitting through her. Jade a little frustrated there, saying that ball was probably hitting the back, but better safe than sorry. They've got to be careful about going to Etta here. She just has so much firepower, and any ball that's a little high is very dangerous.
Ooh. Oh, Parento.
She wants that one back. Great setup, but a little bit unexecuted there.
Beautiful setup.
Yes. Go, drops! Here we go, Matt, drops right here. 10.
Drops tied up.
11-10.
Nope, just kidding.
Take a point lead instead. Catherine Parento, you mentioned it. At the top, she's so good at picking her spots, so poised. Playing the left today, but she's so versatile, plays the right very well too.
But she definitely has the variety. She's got the hands, and her defense is incredible. She's so good at scrapping her way around the baseline. And not only when she gets up to the kitchen line, she's very good at creating. Even though it's not that hard, she's really good at picking spots on her opponents.
Yeah.
13-11, the scoreline as LA. Let's see if they can make a late season push to get into the playoffs. It would require some teams to tank, some regulation wins to do so. Tina Bisnick, one of the best counters in the game, does such a good job of keeping that paddle out in front, away from her body.
12-13.
Yeah, she doesn't necessarily have the power behind it, but you can guarantee it's coming back.
She'll use your power. Oh, shortage of power from Etta Wright, the enforcer. One of the nicest people you'll meet off the court. And the way she plays is wicked.
The way she plays is not so nice. She absolutely crushes the ball.
13-13. Oh, I'll recall. 13-13.
Got a little far, little stuck back. She had the right idea, but she just wasn't inside the court enough.
14-13.
The point with their defense, and both women's doubles teams feeling the pressure to win for their guys. Each respective guys team has an alternate on their team. AJ Kohler stepping in for Thomas Wilson for LA, and the other side it's Anderson Scarpa in for the Texas Rangers. Christian Alshon not in it. Simple setup from Etta Wright, pulls Jade Kawamoto to her right and then exploits the middle. So smart.
Yeah, Jade's got to be careful of kind of getting stuck in the middle. She's definitely got to kind of cover that right side, and I think the safe dink when she's in trouble would be go cross court or middle. She's got to get that ball down on the ground and low.
Right, Major League Pickleball champion twice. Once in San Clemente in June of 23, Daytona as well.
Great idea, but it's a little bit wide.
17-14. Point 15.
Again, games 25, win by 2.
15,
Men's doubles coming up next. Over the middle it goes. Jade Kawamoto on the two-handed backhand and pulls LA within 1.
16-17.
Great answer there from Jade. Mad Drops did a great job of just defending those spinny topspin flicks from the Ranchers.
Just wide for Etta Wright as Catherine Parento lined up the ATP.
18-17.
Little miscommunication there. Tina thought that Etta was going to be coming over and taking that ball.
Time in.
3-point lead. Texas Ranchers, the Ranchers, top 3 spot right now in the standings. Does a really nice job of keeping her opponents back when she has full possession of the kitchen.
18-20.
For Jade on the lob attempt, narrowing in. The final 5 points to close the match. Chance to tie it for Texas.
Great eye, wow.
21-19, crucial points for the Mad Drops.
21.
And Tina Pisnik was impacted by Hurricane Milton. We send our thoughts to her. House is minimal damage, but still in that area. This pressure, she actually was supposed to get in last week for the PPA event, and her flight got canceled due to the cancellations out of the Tampa airport.
Yeah, there's quite a few players. Travis Rittenmeyer gotten out of there just in time. No damage as well, luckily, but there's a lot of, definitely not as fortunate people in that area, but it definitely could have been a lot worse.
21-21.
From defense to offense, LA somehow finds their way back up to the kitchen.
Header Wright was all over that one, but just not quite in the right spot.
21.
Just missing it. Just not enough there.
Suspect misses typical shots that
22-22.
players typically possess.
That's sometimes the tricky part about having 2 forehands in the middle. Is kind of deciding on who has what ball. Sometimes it gets a little confusing on those high ones. Got to communicate.
Big miss for Catherine Parento. Tie game points for Texas. In a must-win situation for LA. Far out of the standings in the top 6 conversation. The miss third will let LA off the hook. Now Texas will have to win on their serve. LA can tie it.
23-24.
strong setup of Tina Pisnik. And Etta Wright, the enforcer, finishes off the point, 24-23. Win on your serve. Texas with a chance to go up a game on the LA Mad Drops.
A must-win point for each side.
What a setup from Jade Kawamoto, jamming up Pisnik. Catherine Parento on the close, and it is all tied up at 24.
Unbelievable spot right on that high right shoulder of Tina Pisnik.
Apple's not coming back at a right. Has all the angles and all the spin options. 25-24, game points returns to the Texas Ranchers.
25-24.
Into the nets for Jade Kawamoto, who was so good all the way through, and the Texas Ranchers take it.
Of Thomas Wilson, and you know, it's not an easy role to fulfill, but he's done a good job. And I actually noticed now Hunter's been playing a lot of the left side and trying to be that alpha role. They played a match today earlier against Arizona, and it didn't quite pan out. So I think they're going to switch up today and see, kind of see if Hunter can lock it down on the right side and give a little freedom to AJ Kohler.
And if you're Kwong Twong, you're definitely having to adjust in a lot of ways. That's from Scarpa. So for Kwong Twong, he's such a young player. It's not easy to take over that emotional leadership of a team. Anderson Scarpa and his experience, but I'd love to get your thoughts on the alternates' focus for this match after this.
So I find it interesting, actually, Scarpa usually likes playing left. I wouldn't say he's a right side player, but obviously Kwong Duong is much more comfortable on the left and kind of in that alpha role. So we'll have to see if Anderson can kind of step up and figure out that right side.
What's your point about the start for LA this tournament? They played Arizona, lost in regulation. Women's doubles lost a heartbreaker there too. 28-26 was the final, and men's doubles dropped theirs 25-16. What do you think about Hunter on the right and AJ on the left?
Yeah, I mean, I think AJ's maybe more of a comfortable player on the left. Hunter can play both sides very well. Hunter's got a good counter, good speed up, and also can you know, slide with that two-handed backhand as well. And AJ has that backhand flick on the left side. And I think I would say it's a good change, especially because Hunter can play both sides. I think AJ is a little more comfortable on the left. I don't think this is a bad move for sure. Hunter's got a really good drive, so maybe that's not going to be as effective because he can't take that forehand. But he still can probably do a good job of even the backhand in the middle and having AJ close.
Down the line, whip from Hunter Johnson.
Spoke too soon. AJ actually had a great drive there, right below the net, setting Hunter up perfect.
Well, when
that put away.
AJ's rolling, he's one of the OG players. Did not get drafted this season, but is a great alternate choice for these teams.
Good job, good job.
5, 8.
What a point. Dynamic from all angles. Anderson, Scarpa, and Kwong Twong back within 2.
6, 8.
Out. Go.
It's a great flick by AJ Kohler. See, it's interesting because, you know, Scarpa's usually more comfortable on the left, but kind of the way his dinking style is, it's a little more passive off the ground, I'd say. But it is pretty consistent, so I don't think being on that right side is too big of a deal. You can also use that backhand flick in the middle.
Yeah, baby!
That's nice. Down the line winner for Hunter Johnson. Hunter has had some success in singles lately, made it to a couple of finals, Tacoma Grand Slam.
So final singles in Virginia Beach. So back-to-back finals.
Deep that time. Great blocking from AJ Kohler on the left from a spicy Kwong Twong, who's not afraid to attack off the bounce.
That was absolutely full backhand swing from Kwong Twong, and AJ actually leaned in. I think this is a much better matchup for the Mad Drops with AJ on the left, Hunter on the right. Tough bounce there for the Mad Drops. I think Mad Drops have got to stop Kwong from getting in any type of rhythm. That's, I think, when he kind of starts doing the best. Also just defending that massive drive.
AJ Kohler had that one on the tip of his paddle. Well played.
That's it. Wow. Great defense.
The Texas Ranchers mixed doubles will be after this one. 2 games worth of it. And a big serve from AJ Kohler after the end change.
AJ getting fired up.
Anderson Scarpa was drafted to the LA Las Vegas Night Owls, actually. Excuse me. 33rd pick overall. That was the challenger level team. He got the promotion this year as the alternate for the Mad Drops in this event. Good spot for Hunter on the outer wing of Anderson Scarpa.
15-10.
Exploits Hunter Johnson down the line. He's one of those players, too, that can attack balls out of nowhere.
Yeah,
Out of the air, off the bounce.
especially off the bounce when he's mostly dinking with it with 2 hands instead of that one-handed slice. And so it's like almost every single point you think he's going to rip it at you.
No.
Nice pull from Scarpa. From the ankle at the body of AJ Kohler.
See, Scarpa is speeding up with that backhand on the right side. You don't really see that much.
That's it, that's it. Come on. Come on. You're good. Hey, you're playing well. You're playing really well. You're good. Come on.
16, go.
Yeah!
Nice reset from AJ Kohler after Kwong protects the middle for his partner. Dropped her straight ahead.
17, go.
You, maybe.
Wow.
Yeah!
What a shot by AJ. Just barely. It looked like it hit him in the handle there.
See? For Kwong Duong. Did you not think that service deep?
Yeah, I thought that was
Like 6 inches.
Yeah. But sometimes when it's coming that fast, you're looking down. It's kind of hard
Yeah.
to see a space.
Duong
Sometimes you just want to play it.
throw some heat. Foot fault on the push-off called on AJ Kohler. Texas Rangers with a little bit of life. 5-point deficit to overcome. Anything can happen in rally scoring.
That's it, that's
It's
it.
reset for Anderson Scarpa. LA in the closing stretch.
20, 14.
Turner, so good, lined up down the line on Kwong.
Amazing, amazing counter.
21, 14.
It's a nice ball from Kwong Tuong. Got heat on every shot. Here's the push off from AJ right on the line.
It was a foot fault. Didn't look like it from here, but great review.
Good call from AJ. Hunter Johnson looking like he was winding up to hit the overhead.
I think he wanted it. AJ did a great job of defending off the net there. Could have been unlucky.
16.
Bad decision making there. He didn't quite make the decision to close in or not.
16, 22.
Good spot. Scarpa to the backhand of Kohler on the ding. And responds through the wickets, as the former hockey player would say. AJ Kohler, strong hockey background. That's what gives him his hand-eye coordination at an elite level. Long accepts the gift given to him from AJ Kohler.
You know, AJ, it's funny. I mean, you can tell he's a big dude. He's a strong dude. He does some things with the paddle that you don't see a lot of people do. Just manipulation of that paddle. So we have a serve.
Warning.
17, 23.
Upward swing.
That's in. This is right where Scarpa wants to be.
Yeah, exactly.
Scarpa, USA.
AJ Kohler makes him pay for it there, though. Great defense from Hunter Johnson, just barely surviving, making the other team hit one more and a game point for the Mad Drops.
24, 17.
Great counter. Anderson Scarpa says that ball's too high. Get it out of here. One game point saved for the Ranchers.
18-24.
Nice.
What a hold. Hunter moving out of the way on that forehand to hit a backhand. Great spot.
24-18.
Left hip. His backhand flick from Kwong. You don't see that often. Usually it's two hands, but that was needed, and he executed it perfect.
Deadly. Another look.
And then that overhead, you just don't want a piece of.
Playing singles. Timeout called by Hunter John.
And a lot to do with that is what he does on the practice court. He spends hours and hours, probably more than any player out there. You got to give it to him for how hard he works. Matchups have got to be careful here to kind of stop this momentum. They got to get the ball back and execute to close out this match.
Johnson gets some help off the tape, but a beautiful pull through the middle. That ball was landing either way. Game point number 2 for the LA Mad Drops. Jake Kohler polishes off game 2. LA evens out the match series 1 game apiece.
But I think they've chose to kind of switch it up here.
Time in. 0-0.
Right will be our first server over to Catherine Parento. Anderson Scarpa back on the left where he's most comfortable. Quick attack out of the gates and out of the air, just long. How much pressure do you feel as the newcomer to a team when you're stepping in, trying to help them win a match, especially with the situation Texas is in?
You know, I think it just depends on the person. Some people enjoy that pressure. They like stepping up. They like being thrown into that. Others maybe don't, but I mean, there's maybe a little bit of expectation, and you don't want to let your team down. You want to prove yourself when you have that opportunity to maybe, you know, get picked up on another team and be there, you know, not just be an alternate, be actually on a team. So kind of a bit of mixed emotions, I'd say.
USA chants ongoing for Anderson Scarpa, rocking the hat made in the USA.
Yeah, I think there's only like 10 of those out there. Scarpa goes through in every changeover.
Big sweater.
Great hands from Catherine.
Full attack from Etta Wright down the line, and he gets it.
Unbelievable, just defense, and Hunter I think saw Etta Wright kind of wind up on that ball and just held his ground perfectly.
4-2. Point.
A lucky bounce again for LA. Anderson Scarpa looking to be the hero for the Texas Ranchers, who have a monstrous tournament ahead. 5 team matches for them. Oh, wow. One's going out of the ballpark for Hunter Johnson.
Slipped off the paddle just a little bit.
Anderson Scarpa, by the way, made a final at the challenger level in Grand Rapids for the Vegas Night Owls, his former team.
Yeah, they made quite a few changes to the Night Owls. They did so well in Beer City with Scarpa, with Alhani, and then I don't know what happened there. They kind of changed it up and haven't had quite the success.
Yeah!
Right out. Point 5.
Bad drops. Find the
5
early
6.
momentum kind of fell off there for a couple of points.
Right out.
Big windup and a big miss from Hunter Johnson.
7-5.
Good pressure from Hunter Johnson.
Point 6.
Back within 1. This is the only match of the day for the LA Mad Drops. The Ranchers
6-7.
will be back to play the New Jersey Fives for our last match of the day. Anderson Scarpa gets another round of applause.
Great defense there from Catherine. Hunter was on that one, just not quite there.
8-6.
That's it.
Right out. Point
Finesse touch
7.
from Hunter Johnson. It's what earns the ball back. Games of 25, win by 2. We will change ends at 13. Both teams competing for standing points.
7-8.
Top 6 advancing to the final. That's so good. Anderson Scarpa has been making the difference for the Texas Ranchers. 9-7.
Oh, that was quite the cross. He reached
9-7.
pretty far over to the right there, but that perfectly splitting the middle.
Right out. Point 8.
Matchups have got to make sure Scarpa doesn't
8-9.
get hot. He can go on quite a roll.
Vegas was the team that dropped him, and he is putting on a show for Vegas instead. What a play for Anderson Scarpa, and what an opportunity to prove himself here.
10-8.
That's deep. Great defense from Catherine Parento.
9.
Bails her team out.
I mean, they're not. Texas is not an easy team to play against. Scarpa's super consistent and a
9
little bit
10.
unorthodox, and you have Etta Wright kind of be able to do the same and bring the power. I think Mad Drops have to do a good job of just not letting
10.
either of them get any sort of rhythm. Doing a good job of moving the ball around.
Heavy drive from Hunter Johnson, low to the hip of Etta Wright.
And the Mad Drops take the
11-10.
lead.
Catherine Parento lights up Scarpa, pulls him to the left, then down it goes to his right. Mad Drops steal back some momentum and a 2-point lead with it.
12-10. Right out point 11.
Go, Cal, one more.
11-12.
Hunter Johnson let that opportunity slip away. Texas ties it at 12. Next point we will change ends.
12-12.
Hunter Johnson will take the 1-point lead on his way to the end change. This game, number 3, is up for grabs.
13-12.
Only 12 matches played, though. If they make a deep run, they have to win in regulation, though. For 5 matches to come, they do have 2 more events left, though.
13-13. Point 14. 14-13.
Rights going off for the Rangers to tie it at 14.
14-14.
Nice counter from Scarpa, just hangs in the rally. Joe Johnson disappointed. A little bit of a shank from Anderson. Doesn't matter. Still counts.
I think he was just trying to get out of the way and defend his body there. Got a little bit lucky, but they'll take that every day of the week.
Parento responds right back. Talked about the earlier match today for the Mad Drops. In mixed doubles, Hunter and Catherine took a loss too. Andre and Lacey, 25-14. It's AJ Kohler and Jade Kawamoto that came away with the first game win in that match series against Arizona.
16-15.
So in your mind, you obviously train with Hunter a lot. Love to know where he's taken some big strides in the last 6 months or so after this.
I think it's really just getting on the practice court and we're drilling more and trying to just actually be specific on things that you want to work on and being intentional. I think he's been working on, speeding up on the backhand off the bounce a lot. Also using that flick on the backhand side a little more and kind of getting that angle, kind of like a Hayden Patrick Quinn does. Really, it's just all about getting the reps in, get on the practice court. You see someone like Kwang Duong, he is spending so much time just, honing in on his craft, and that's what it takes, especially with, this competition is just getting better and better every single week. There's really not a lot of easy matches anymore. I mean, some of the players that you may think that you've never lost to, now it's kind of like a crapshoot, and you're not really sure. It just depends on the day sometimes.
Anderson Scarpa gets the crown on his side and a 2-point cushion.
Also going back to Hunter, we've played a lot together, built-in doubles partners in tennis, built-in doubles partners in pickleball. We've decided to switch up sometimes. We still want to play together, but sometimes it's good to mix it up, keep it fresh, and learn how to play with other people as well.
18. 18, 19.
Good set up by Catherine Parento beautifully. Hunter Johnson steps in for the punch on the forehand. 19 all.
This would be a big win for the Mad Drops if they could win this one, and AJ and Jay can take care of theirs.
19.
Win in regulation and get a little more points for them in the standings.
Scarpa guarded his body well. It goes right back at Captain Parento. 2019.
20,
Final stretch in game 3. Beautiful punch from Scarpa. Make it 21-19. Regular season events, points will be totaled up. Top 6 advance, top 2 get a bye into the semis. Couple of late misses for the Mad Drops.
Yeah, just kind of
22,
maybe a
19.
little bit of a decision making here and just execution. Gotta try to cut back on those errors.
20. 20, 22.
Anderson Scarpa, 23-20, Texas, 2 points away from taking it.
23, 20.
What about this? Game points for the Texas Ranchers playing with the alternate Anderson Scarpa.
24,
A chip on his shoulder and a lot to prove with a 2-time Major League Pickleball champion in Etta Wright. Rock-solid performance for Anderson Scarpa. Made in the USA and shining the brightest. Valuable one as they chase the 2 teams ahead of them in the race. Done by Pisnik to work her way into the points. Jay Kohler and Jade Kawamoto got the lone win for the LA Mad Drops in their first match of the day against Arizona this morning.
I think for both these teams, we're gonna see Jade and Tina kind of pretty consistent, making a lot of balls, and then you're gonna have AJ being a little more aggressive, same with Kwong.
Great hits by Kohler. Kawamoto sends it into the net. Let's start for the Texas Ranchers. Kwong takes over as he does so well with that Western grip on the forehand side. It's almost like he has strings on the paddle with how much topspin he generates.
I'm not sure how he does it with that extreme grip at the kitchen line, but he's really able to kind of just open up that paddle, get it under the ball every time. He's really improved on his feel and dinks around the kitchen line.
being so encouraging with his partner too, telling Tina, great get in the backcourts. Tina Pisnik has such a great read of the game.
It's in.
Can't miss that one though. AJ is the same way.
You know, AJ is super creative and crafty and can make a lot of shots that maybe some others can't. He's got pretty fast hands. I think it just all comes down to decision making, and he's got to execute. Can't create when there's no opportunity.
Create anything. And they can't. I mean, that's the pressure he's under, though. Tina Pisnik and Quantoine are getting everything back.
Yeah, you know, that was a little Ben Johns-esque, kind of moving around really well, manipulating the dinks. It's a little too much there on that backhand speed up. He's got to be careful in that decision making.
Sliding Quantoine gets burned on his way to the middle. Looks upset about something.
2-7.
Good night. Quantoine all over the read. Stylish Ernie and an 8-2 lead for the Ranchers.
Yeah, he was all over that. I think he was just waiting. He knew Tina was going to be super patient cross court, and he was just waiting for that right opportunity, and it came.
3 of the next 4 matches for the Texas Ranchers are against top 4 ranked teams in the standings right now. Quantoine's firepower sets up Tina Pisnik beautifully. Comes to the standings, the Ranchers control their own destiny at the top. If they can get out with wins over the teams that are ahead of them, that would put them in great position to claim one of those top 2 spots to get the bye for the playoffs.
Definitely want to try to get in that playoff spot. Give your team the best opportunity. Obviously, the higher you are, you're talking about buys, and it's definitely a place you want to be up at the top.
And from a mileage standpoint on the body, these players will get a slight break ahead of Dallas and ahead of the championship rounds in Orlando, a couple of weekends to follow. With electric hand speed, an electrifying way of play.
He is just all over the court. He's on every single shot. He does a good job at disguising whether or not he's going to speed up or not. Kind of his speed up and his dink kind of look pretty similar, which gives him a lot of good disguise. AJ's got to start reeling it in a little bit more. Try not to go for too much. Start trying to extend the point. Wait for that right shot. Make the Ranchers play. Hey, especially when it comes off speeding up off the bounce. I think it's a little too high risk right now, especially when you're trailing in the score. It's got to start being a little more consistent. Get on the board.
This is just getting out of hand. Nice reach in from AJ Kohler. They need a lot more of that. But he looks stumped. I mean, he can't get the ball down, and you can't blame him. The defense is just so stout on the side of the Ranchers. Zwang and Pisnik getting everything back and weaponizing it against Kohler. When you're the guy in mix and you can't put the ball down, it eats at you.
Yeah, I mean, that's what happens when you know the ball's coming back. Subconsciously, you're just trying to do a little too much, a little more to try to finish the point. And then you have, Kwong bringing those kind of drives and that firepower, and you have Tina kind of sitting and just being the absolute wall that she is. It's not easy. You don't feel like there's a lot of room to win the point or hit the ball through them.
Energy, life on the side of the Mad Drops. Understandable in a 10-point deficit here.
Yeah, I think they really just got to cut back on the errors. You just got to, I mean, if you're going to lose, you got to just let them, they got to beat you. You can't just beat yourself. So it's not impossible, though, with this scoring system. There is somewhat of a chance to come back. A couple missed returns, couple big serves. I mean, anything can happen. You just got to keep plugging away.
17.
Zwang is unrelenting and unforgiving. He's eating them alive on offense.
I just can't quite remember the last unforced error he's had. Maybe one or two. He's definitely on one right now. And the ball still coming back. Finally, we're able to get that one down. LA Mad Drops have got to start making a move here.
Last minute call from Tina Pisnik. Kwong Zwang a little bit slower to recover back to the middle. A point on the side of LA. Is it too late is the question. Never feels too late in rally. We'll see.
Against Tina and Kwong, it's a different story.
Reaches in and punishes the pop-up chance from Jade.
It doesn't seem like there's a lot that the Mad Drops can do at the moment. Not when the Ranchers are playing this well.
Win here for the Ranchers in regulation would help them leapfrog Dallas, though Dallas has not played their first match yet, so keep that in mind. It'll be for second place.
Nice, Vida, good.
Where are we at?
20.
Drops on the sideline saying, let's take a timeout. Jade says one more. Let's see if we can get some momentum here.
Nice choice by Jade.
Not out of the question, though.
Come back?
Yeah, not impossible. I mean, they've got to really tighten up on the errors, but have to take a little bit of level drop from the Ranchers as well. Just like that, maybe that's a little momentum changer. We'll see what they can do.
12, 20.
Jade just hit a second late to that one. 4 teams in the race for the top 2 seeds.
21,
First
12.
round bye for the championship tournament.
And a point for the team.
Go, John. Come on. Little turn, let's go.
13, 21.
Biznick. DJ Kohler guessing.
22, 13.
Deflection, AJ Kohler was on at that time. Wasn't going to get burned twice.
That's the point that the Mad Drops may have to play every single time to start chipping away.
14,
But they are inching back. Like I said, it's not impossible.
Big reds from Kwashiong. This ball striking is fascinating to watch.
HA kind of giving him a little look like, geez, man, what is going on?
Let up a little, will ya? He won't. And another side from AJ. Quarterfinals, so 3, 4, 5, and 6 will be active in Dallas, Texas. Game point for the Ranchers. Biznick goes into the net. 1 game point saved for the Mad Drops.
This is where it gets interesting. You have to close this match. I think Mad Drops just kind of
can't get anything going.
That's not what you want. Yeah.
24-16.
Sneaky lob, it's good. Hornswoggle with a lob to two-handed finish. This kid is absolutely incredible, 18 years old, and one of the brightest stars in the league. Tina Pisnik, his anchor on the right, and the Texas Ranchers claim a valuable 3 standing points with a regulation win. They leapfrog the Dallas Flash for now, but what a moment. Anderson Scarpa stepping in for the injured Christian Elshon. He and Kwong Duong join us now to talk about it. Anderson, you're not just filling in for any team. This is a team that's in the hunt for the top 2 spots, which has playoff implications. How do you manage the pressure that comes along with being an alternate in this situation?
I have awesome teammates, so they take a lot of the pressure off me. I'm just happy to be a part of the team and hope I can continue to play well.
I mean, you definitely played well. Kwong Duong, you're coming off an amazing week. First singles title here last week at the PPA. What are you feeling most confident about your game right now?
Probably my third shot. Probably my third shot drive or my serve at the moment. I mean, yeah. After the win, my dad even told me, you know what, you get to celebrate for like an hour, and that's all you get. You got to focus on MLP tomorrow. So, yeah, I try to reset myself. It's like just like a brand new tournament for me. So, yeah, that was like 2 weeks ago.
Well, how did you spend the hour celebrating? Do share.
I just had some good food, and that's it. Yeah, nothing really special. We just take a picture, good memories, and yeah, that's it.
Love it. Well, I'll let you both weigh in on this last question. Anderson and Kwong. Anderson, starting with you. Next 3 matches for you guys are against top 4 ranked opponents right now in the standings. You got New Jersey coming up tonight, Dallas and St. Louis tomorrow. What's the preparation looking like for this team as you head into a big 24-hour stretch?
Yeah, we just got to make sure we take care of all the little things and make sure we're prepared. I think this team's a well-oiled machine. I'm just filling in, so yeah, just stay focused and stay focused.
Kwong, how about for you?
Yeah, honestly, I got to work on my hands more with my dad. Probably another few sessions with my dad, warm up for our next match. But yeah, I think. Yeah, our whole team, we got our own things to do, so I think we all got covered on our own part, so yeah.